Before you buy another ready meal or snack from Asda, you need to watch this. What if I told you that some products on Asda's shelves contain ingredients that Europe flat out banned because they could damage your DNA, cause cancer, or trigger serious health problems? I'm talking about chemicals Europe said are too dangerous for its citizens, but here in the UK they're still in your food. The whitening agent in your biscuits, the preservatives in your cereal, the dough conditioner in your bread, all banned across Europe, all still at Asda. If you're over 60, this matters more than you realise. Your body doesn't process these chemicals the way it used to. They build up in your system, causing inflammation, damaging cells, and increasing your cancer risk with every meal. In this video, I'm counting down 12 ingredients Europe banned that you're still eating from Asda products, why they're dangerous, and which specific items contain them. Stay with me, because number 4 is in almost every processed food, and it's linked to kidney damage. Number 12. Titanium dioxide in biscuits and sweets. This one's been banned in Europe since 2022. Titanium dioxide, also called E171. It's a whitening agent that makes foods look brighter and cleaner. You'll find it in biscuits, sweets, chewing gum, sauces, and even some soups at Asda. Europe banned it after its Food Safety Authority found it could damage your DNA. Yeah, you heard that right. The tiny nanoparticles get into your cells and they don't break down. They accumulate in your liver, lungs, and kidneys, causing inflammation. And inflammation is the root cause of almost every chronic disease seniors deal with. Heart disease, diabetes, cancer, arthritis, all are linked to chronic inflammation. The European Food Safety Authority said they couldn't guarantee titanium dioxide was safe, so they banned it. Simple as that. But in the UK, it's still perfectly legal. You'll find it in many branded products Asda sells. Hostess cupcakes, Little Debbie snacks, even some brands of skim milk use it to make the milk look whiter, which is ridiculous because milk doesn't need to be artificially white. For seniors with already compromised kidney and liver function, adding titanium dioxide to your daily diet is asking for trouble. Your body can't flush it out effectively, so it stays there, building up, causing damage month after month, year after year. Number 11. Potassium bromate in bread products. You heard that right? This one's been banned in Europe since 1990. That's over 30 years ago, but you can still buy bread with it at Asda. Bakers use potassium bromate to make dough rise higher and fluffier. It strengthens the gluten structure, makes bread look better, and keeps it soft longer. Sounds useful until you learn what it does to your body. It's classified as a possible carcinogen. Studies in animals showed it causes tumors in the kidneys and thyroid. The International Agency for Research on Cancer says it's potentially carcinogenic to humans. Over 40 countries banned it. China, India, Brazil, Canada, and the entire European Union. They all said no, this is too dangerous. But the UK and US still allow it. The FDA says it's supposed to bake off during cooking. Supposed to. But tests repeatedly find trace amounts remaining in finished bread products. And even those trace amounts matter when you're eating bread every single day for years. For seniors, kidney and thyroid health are already concerns. Adding a chemical that targets exactly those organs is madness. Your thyroid regulates your metabolism, your energy levels, and your body temperature. Your kidneys filter your blood and remove waste. Both slow down with age. Why would you expose them to a known carcinogen? You'll find potassium bromate in some packaged breads, burger buns, hot dog rolls, and certain pizza doughs at Asda. Check the ingredients. If you see it listed, put it back. Number 10. Azodicarbonamide in bakery items. Here's number 10, and this one's in the same category as yoga mats and shoe soles. Azodicarbonamide, or ADA. Bakeries use it as a dough conditioner. It makes bread stretchier, softer, and keeps it fresh longer. Europe banned it. Australia banned it. The UK technically allows it, but with strict restrictions. Here's why Europe said no. When your body breaks down ADA, it turns into compounds like semicarbazide and urethane. Both are potential carcinogens. ADA is also a known respiratory sensitizer, meaning it can trigger asthma attacks and breathing problems. And here's the crazy part. This same chemical is used to make foamed plastics, yoga mats, shoe soles, synthetic leather. The stuff you walk on is the same stuff in your sandwich bread. After a major public outcry a few years ago, Subway announced it had stopped using it. That's great for Subway customers, but plenty of other bakeries still use it. and their products end up on Asda shelves. For seniors with compromised lung function, with COPD, with asthma that developed later in life, exposure to ADA is genuinely dangerous. Your airways are already more sensitive, your lung capacity is already reduced. Adding a respiratory irritant on top of that can trigger serious breathing problems. Look for it in packaged bread rolls, hamburger buns, bagels, frozen pizza dough, and some pastries. If the ingredients list includes azodicarbonamide, avoid it. Number 9. Synthetic food dyes in processed foods. If you like your food to have extra color, pay attention because this is about the bright colors that make processed food look appealing, and Europe has strict rules about them. Red dye. Number 3. Yellow 5, yellow 6, red 40. These synthetic dyes are in everything at Asda. Candy, cereals, fruit snacks, cake mixes, frosting, sports drinks, and even some pickles and salad dressings. Europe either banned these dyes completely or requires warning labels that say they may have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. That tells you everything you need to know. If it messes with children's brains, what's it doing to seniors with already declining cognitive function? Studies link these dyes to hyperactivity in kids, but the risks for older adults are different and potentially worse. There's evidence that they could increase cancer risk, especially with decades of accumulated exposure. They've also been linked to allergic reactions and immune system problems. The UK finally banned red dye 3 in early 2025, but only after it had been in food for over 30 years, despite being banned in cosmetics since 1990. Think about that. They said it wasn't safe enough for lipstick, but it was fine in your food. That's the backwards logic we're dealing with. Yellow 5 and yellow 6 are still everywhere. You'll find them in Asda's branded and own label products. Check the ingredients for tartrazine, E102, sunset yellow, E110, or allura red, E129. For seniors, synthetic dyes add unnecessary chemical burden to your system. Your liver has to process them. Your immune system has to deal. And for what? To make food look more colorful. It's cosmetic. It serves no nutritional purpose. Avoid them. Number 8. BHA and BHT preservatives in cereals and snacks. Here's number 8, and these are two of the most common preservatives you'll find at Asda. BHA and BHT. Butylated hydroxyanisole and butylated hydroxytoluene. They prevent oils and fats from going rancid, which extends shelf life. You'll find them in cereals, chips, crackers, baked goods, chewing gum, and even some dried meats. Europe severely restricts both of them. Why? Because animal studies showed high doses cause cancer. The National Toxicology Program lists BHA as reasonably anticipated to be a human carcinogen. That's not maybe or possibly, that's the official classification. The argument from food companies is that the amounts in food are too small to cause harm. But here's what they're not telling you. It's the cumulative effect that matters. One bowl of cereal with BHA won't kill you. But eating that cereal every morning for 40 years, eating chips with BHT every afternoon, chewing gum with both hands every day, those small amounts add up. And for seniors, this is critical. Your liver function declines with age. That means your body can't break down and eliminate these preservatives as quickly. They hang around longer. They accumulate. Studies found that older adults who eat lots of processed foods with BHA and BHT have higher rates of liver inflammation and abnormal liver enzyme levels. You'll find these preservatives in many products at Asda. Kellogg's cereals often contain them. Many crisp brands use them. Baked goods, especially those with long shelf lives, almost always have them. Check every label. If you see BHA E320 or BHT E321, choose something else. Number 7. Brominated vegetable oil in citrus drinks. Why are these harmful things found in foods? Brominated vegetable oil, or BVO, has been banned in Europe since 2008. BVO is added to citrus-flavored drinks to keep the flavoring from separating and floating to the top. Sounds harmless until you learn what bromine does to your body. Bromine accumulates in your tissues. When levels build up, it causes something called bromism. The symptoms include memory loss, skin rashes, tremors, nerve problems, and psychiatric issues like depression and psychosis. Europe banned it. Japan banned it. Even Coca-Cola and PepsiCo removed it from their major brands after public pressure. But smaller brands and store brand sodas kept using it until very recently. The UK only proposed banning it in 2024. which means it was in drinks for years after Europe said it was too dangerous. For seniors, bromism symptoms can easily be mistaken for normal aging or other conditions. You forget where you put things and blame it on getting older. You feel confused and think it's just stress. You develop tremors and assume it's Parkinson's. But it might be bromine poisoning from drinking citrus sodas every day. I heard about a case where a man in his 70s drank 2 cans of store-brand orange soda daily. After months, he started having serious memory problems. His doctor tested him and found elevated bromine levels. He stopped the soda, and his memory improved dramatically. Check citrus-flavored sodas and sports drinks at Asda. If the ingredient list includes brominated vegetable oil or BVO, don't buy it. The risk isn't worth it. Number 6. Propyl paraben. In packaged baked goods. Europe banned propyl paraben from food in 2006, yet you can still find it in products at Asda. It's a preservative used in muffins, tortillas, packaged baked goods, and some food dyes. Animal studies found it affects hormones and reproductive health. It significantly reduces sperm counts in male animals. There's also research linking it to breast cancer. For seniors, hormone disruption is serious business. Your endocrine system is already changing with age. Women after menopause have different hormone levels. Men experience declining testosterone. The last thing you need is a chemical making those changes worse. Propyl paraben can interfere with estrogen and testosterone, throwing off the delicate balance your body is trying to maintain. This can affect everything from your bone density to your muscle mass to your mood and cognitive function. California banned propyl paraben starting in 2025 because it recognized the risk, but the rest of the UK hasn't followed suit. So you need to protect yourself by reading labels. Look for it in Asda's packaged muffins, tortillas, pie crusts, and cake products. If the ingredients include propyl paraben or number E217, avoid it. Choose fresh baked goods from the bakery section instead, or better yet, make your own at home if you can. Number 5. RBST dairy products from treated cows. This one's about what you're drinking without even knowing it. Some milk and dairy products at Asda come from cows treated with RBST or RBGH, synthetic hormones used to increase milk production. Europe banned these hormones, Canada banned them, Japan banned them. Over 30 countries said no. Why? Because RBST causes health problems in cows and raises concerns for humans. It increases levels of something called IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor, in the milk. Elevated IGF-1 in humans has been linked to increased risk of breast, prostate, and colon cancer. Think about what that means. You're drinking milk to get calcium for your bones, but you might also be getting hormones that promote cancer cell growth. For senior women especially, this is concerning. After menopause, your hormone levels change dramatically. The last thing you need is consuming additional hormones that could stimulate cancer development, especially breast cancer, whose risk increases with age. For senior men, prostate cancer is already a major concern. Elevated IGF-1 levels make that risk worse. The good news is you can avoid this. Look for milk labeled RBST-free or RBGH-free at Asda. Organic milk doesn't allow these hormones either. It costs a bit more, but protecting yourself from hormone-disrupting chemicals is worth it. Number 4. Ractopamine in meat products. Even meat isn't safe. This one's banned in 160 countries, including all of Europe. It's a drug added to animal feed for pigs, cows, and turkeys to make them build more muscle, which means more meat to sell. The drug doesn't disappear when the animal is slaughtered. Residues remain in the meat you buy. Ractopamine is a beta agonist, the same class of drugs doctors prescribe for heart conditions. Except you're getting it without knowing, in amounts nobody's properly monitoring. Animal studies showed it causes cardiovascular problems, increased heart rate, tremors, and dangerous stress levels. For humans, there are serious concerns about heart palpitations, elevated blood pressure, and potential damage to the cardiovascular system. Europe looked at the evidence and said absolutely not. China tested US pork imports and found ractopamine residues, so they banned all US pork. Russia did the same. 168 countries in total said this drug is too risky, but the UK allows it. The FDA set what they call an acceptable daily intake. But here's the problem. You have no idea which meat contains it and which doesn't. There's no labeling requirement. You're eating it blind. For seniors with heart conditions, with high blood pressure, and with cardiovascular disease, eating meat with ractopamine residues is playing Russian roulette. Your heart is already under stress. Adding a drug that affects heart rate and blood pressure is dangerous. The only way to avoid it is to buy organic meat at Asda. Organic standards prohibit ractopamine. It costs more, but your heart health is worth it. Number 3. Olestra, in fat-free snacks. Olestra has caused such severe side effects that even companies that developed it have mostly stopped using it. Olestra, marketed as olein. It's a fat substitute designed to taste like fat, but have 0 calories. Sounds perfect for weight loss, right? Europe banned it, Canada banned it. The UK doesn't technically ban it, but it's rarely used anymore because of the side effects. What side effects? Severe digestive problems, stomach cramps, diarrhea, and something politely called anal leakage, which is exactly as unpleasant as it sounds. Your body can't digest olestra. It passes right through, and on the way out, it takes fat-soluble vitamins with it. Vitamins A, D, E, and K. Essential nutrients your body needs, especially as you age. For seniors, vitamin deficiency is already a concern. Vitamin D for bone health, vitamin K for blood clotting, vitamin A for vision, vitamin E for cell protection. Eating products with olestra strips these vitamins from your system, making deficiencies worse. The FDA required warning labels on olestra products saying this product may cause abdominal cramping and loose stools. That tells you everything. If the government requires a warning about leaky bowels, maybe don't eat it. Most companies stopped using olestra because nobody wanted to buy chips with that warning. But it's still technically legal. Check fat-free chips and snacks at Asda. If you see olestra or olein listed, run the other way. Number 2. High fructose corn syrup in processed foods. This high fructose corn syrup is deadly, and while Europe didn't outright ban it, they severely restrict it, and most European products don't use it. Why? Because decades of research link it to obesity, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, and increased cardiovascular risk. It's in almost everything processed at Asda. Sodas, fruit drinks, breakfast cereals, yogurts, salad dressings, barbecue sauce, ketchup, bread, crackers, cookies, and ice cream. Your body processes high fructose corn syrup differently than regular sugar. It goes straight to your liver, where it gets converted to fat. This causes fatty liver disease, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome. For seniors, this is catastrophic. You're already at higher risk for type 2 diabetes. Your liver function is already declining. Your metabolism is already slower. Adding high fructose corn syrup to your daily diet accelerates all these problems. And here's what makes it worse. Manufacturers use it because it's cheaper than sugar, not because it's better. It's purely about profit. They're sacrificing your health to save money. Europe uses real sugar in most products. They understood that high fructose corn syrup isn't worth the health risks, but UK manufacturers still load products with it. Read every label at Asda. If high fructose corn syrup is in the first 5 ingredients, it's a major component. Choose products sweetened with real sugar, honey, or better yet, products with no added sweeteners at all. Number 1. Genetically modified ingredients in processed foods. And here's number 1, the thing that ties everything together. Genetically modified ingredients. Europe has strict regulations. They require labeling. They limit which GM crops can be imported. They follow the precautionary principle. After Brexit, the UK loosened restrictions. Now, GM soy and corn are in hundreds of products at Asda, and most people have no idea they're eating them. The long-term effects of GM foods are still unclear. Some studies suggest links to allergies, digestive problems, and immune system changes. But here's the bigger issue. It's not just the genetic modification itself, it's the chemicals that come with it. Most GM crops are engineered to survive heavy pesticide applications. That means when you eat GM corn or soy, you're also eating glyphosate and other pesticides that were sprayed on those crops. Pesticides Europe restricts or bans. For seniors, pesticide exposure is linked to Parkinson's disease, dementia, cancer, and accelerated aging. Your body can't detoxify chemicals as efficiently anymore. What you eat today stays in your system longer, causing more damage. Asda says they're working to reduce GM ingredients. Reduce, not eliminate. Reduce. That means they're still there, hiding in cooking oils, cereals, snack foods, chocolate, bread, processed meats, and countless other products. Look for organic products or items specifically labeled non-GMO. They cost more, but you're protecting yourself from decades of chemical accumulation that could destroy your health. Look, I know this is overwhelming. 12 ingredients banned in Europe that you're still eating from Asda every single day. But you don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start small, pick 1 or 2 ingredients from this list and actively avoid them. Read labels before you buy. Choose products without these chemicals. Over time, it becomes a habit. For seniors, especially, every chemical you remove from your diet reduces your toxic burden and gives your body a better chance to heal and function properly. If this video opened your eyes, share it with friends shopping at Asda. They deserve to know what they're eating. Drop a comment and tell me which ingredient shocked you most. And if you want more videos about protecting your health and making safer choices, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.